Welcome to Everyday Flutter. Today we are going to be diving into theming. Let's review the project that we will be creating today. I came across this plain mobile app designed by Fazuna on Behance.com. Going to be developing just these three screens: the welcome screen, the login screen, and the sign up screen. These three screens have enough element for theming because they have shared elements across these three screens. For example, we have the login button here. We have button on this welcome screen, button on this login screen, and button on the sign up screen. We also have these header titles on these two screens, and we also have these text fields on both this login and the sign up screen. Let's get started. I've already created my Flutter theming project. If you do not know how to set up a basic Flutter project, there's a tutorial on this channel that you can watch that will show you how to set up a basic Flutter project. This is the default Flutter project that is created when you create a Flutter project, which is a counter app. So what we're going to do, we're going to set up the basic structure for our project. All what we'll be using, we know that we will have to create three screens. We'll have to create our own custom widgets for buttons and text field. Use image assets as well. So we're going to first create a directory for our image assets. And we are going to copy our images into that folder. So we are going to create all the necessary folders and files that we'll need for this app in our LRB folder, lib folder. So I'm going to create a screen. Directory. I'm also going to create a widget directory. Is where we'll place our custom widget. I'm also going to create a theme directory. Is where we'll place our theme file. So I'm now going to create the three files for the screen. So the welcome screen, the login screen, and sign up screen. So I'm going to remove all this default code that was done. And I'm going to remove this theme for now. And I'm going to call the welcome screen, and so I have to create going to create a stateless widget, and we'll name this welcome screen. And now we're going to import that into our welcome screen. Now we're going to run the app. There we go. Our app is now loaded, and this black X box you are seeing is the placeholder widget that is displaying in here. So what we need to do now is, so let's work on our welcome screen. We know that, so let's work on our welcome screen. First, let's see how our welcome screen is laid out. So our welcome screen, we have an image, we have welcome to Planner app, and we have these two buttons. And we are going to use the column widget to lay out this screen. So we go to our welcome screen. This into the scaffold. Area, just a column. Children. And we are going to use expanded. If you look at our screen, login screen, we have 1, 2 for text, and 3 for the button. So we're going to use 3 expanded. So for the first area, we need to add the image. So we need to add the image to our application. So we're gonna come down to where we have assets. Make sure these are 2 space tabs. Otherwise, this will not work. After we have added this, we got to run pubget. Our image is there. And for this, we are going to add a container. Child of the container is going to be an image widget. access the image, you're going to use asset image, and we're going to specify the string for our image. And we're going to add a padding here. We're going to give it 8. Add a constant. So then we're going to text. We're going to add a container as well. Copy and paste here. And for the chart, we're going to add text. And it's going to be welcome to Planner app. And for the button area, we are going to add a column. And column except children. And we are going to be using elevated button. And for the child, I'm going to copy this twice. And I'm going to add constant to remove this squiggle line. I'm going to save. There you go. So we have our welcome screen, and we are now going to if you go back to the 3 screen will be better. We know that we're going to use button on all of these screen. So for now, what we're going to do, we're going to extract the button and create a widget for that we can use across all of the screens. So we have one that we're going to use across the screen. So we have one widget that we're going to use for all of on all of the other screens. So we're going to create my elevated button, and we're going to import material. And this is going to be a stateless widget. And we're going to name this my edited button. And we're going to come to the welcome screen. And we're going to copy this and return it in here. Now, in place of this, we're going to now use my elevator button for both of these buttons. So there you go. So when we change it in here, it changed everywhere. There you go. So let's work on the login screen. So we have an image, we have a title here, we have two text field, we have a text button, we have a login button, and we have a text button on here as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to copy everything from welcome. First we import material. We create a stateless widget and we'll call this login screen. And we return so to see this login screen, we're going to update the main.file. So we have the same screen. So for the login screen, we're going to change this to the login image. There you go. And we're going to change this title to login. There you go.